Howdy, hey. Welcome back to the Pacific Northwest Gold Rushers. I'm Jeff, amateur prospector, and this is Gold Rush 22, Labor Day weekend. So, my plan is actually just to come back to the same spot because I just like this spot. It's peaceful, not going to kill myself, going to run just like I did last time. The water's down a little bit more, as you can see. And I just want to find a good spot, do some test pans, then set everything up and run a few buckets. And then I'm actually going to come back again tomorrow. Now tomorrow, depending on how she feels and everything, Lise might come and get a few more buckets too. It's kind of funny because I was talking to her and she's still struggling to clean up that gold. And the main reason is she's trying to do too much at once. And I'm trying to tell her, I did just tell her, I said, you can only do a tablespoon at a time at first, because those are concentrates. Just do a tablespoon at a time. And so she's going to try that. Hopefully we'll get a picture of her NUGS from last week. So I'm going to get looking around, see if I can't find a good spot. Still trying to decide everything here. Of course, I got my hydration station set up. And that's where the Panner's Pit was. So I'm just trying to make up my mind. Fun day though, and finally, an overcast day. I love these kind of days. It's still warm out, but it's not hot. So I'm gonna get to work. Let's find that nug. Gold Rush 22. Howdy, hey, welcome back. Just an update. So, I've been at this for now about, goodness, has to be 30 to 40 minutes of just testing holes, and then kind of hitting dead ends everywhere as far as what I'm looking for. But I finally came back to the general area of the Panner's Pit, and I did do a test pan. So not as many colors as the Panner's Pit had, but the flakes are decent size. That's the Panner's Pit. So I dug a hole here and tested. I thought it was going to be good. I mean, it showed layers of black sand, but it was just basically just sand. I'd have to go way down. But I've been kind of exploring because, you know, I know people are probably saying, why don't you dig down there? Look at all that good stuff. It's been dug 1,000 times. And yeah, you can find still pockets and there'd be decent gold in it, but nothing to actually do any kind of serious running with. And then this is where we were draining our buckets and everything before, but, you know, just kind of looking at this layer. And I was like, this shelf, because it drops down like that. So I did classify that pan, by the way. I wanted to do a good test. So this was actually about my 5th hole. And again, I'm not 100% happy with it. I'm going to play around a little bit more, but there is a layer. I don't know. It's a little different. It's different, and I just don't know what it was. As I saw that rock, it was buried all the way up to here. So I know it hasn't been pulled out in a long time. This one's right on the surface, so it's not really so. I don't know if I'm going to just try. I'm definitely going to do another test pan, but I'm just looking at these old rocks that have been buried with sand and everything. That's why I was playing around here, even like up in there. So I think I'm going to play around a little bit here I don't want to set everything up and start running dirt for 4 flakes out of the super pan, so that was a lot of dirt that time. So yeah, keep looking while we test pan. Gold Rush 22. Howdy, welcome back. Just an update. I was going to bury that hole and try to find a different one, but I basically, these 2 rocks, big rocks, were down there, and then a couple of these smaller ones. So what I did is I opened it up a little bit more here, and then I just basically churned up and pulled out some of the bigger rocks, and it's not horrible. I mean, it's decomposing garnet is what it looks like, but what concerns me is I don't have that hard layer of packed rock. I mean, there's rocks in it, but they're not like super hard packed in there. So I did do a second pan. Ow! God dang, got a rock underneath my sandal. And right down in there, so like a knucklehead, I forgot my snuffer bottle. So I dumped the first pan into my SP14 over there, and it actually turned out being about 8 flakes. This one here, without my glasses, it looks like it's about 6 or 7 flakes also. But the flakes, those 2 larger flakes in that one, there's none of those in here. So again, I don't know. Nobody likes just to run dirt just for the sake of running dirt. So I'm going to sit down, hydrate. I've already done about up and down this bar. I didn't go way down there, but I played around here. Played even around the corner there. Of course here. I got to get running here sooner or later, but again, I don't want to just run dirt. So I'm here just to kind of relax. Yeah, I'm going to sit and hydrate. It's always a tough call. You know, you don't find that perfect spot all the time, but then again, I got a 3-day weekend. I'm coming back tomorrow. So I'd kind of like to make sure I find a spot that not only will be good today, but I can carry on to tomorrow. So, tough decision. Then again, you don't know unless you run it. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 22. Howdy, welcome back. Okay. I decided to test one more hole because the Pander's Pit had some really hot spots. I knew it wasn't going up anymore because we saw that on the last week. So I decided to go right below it. And I'll show you. So hopefully you can see those. But there's about 3 decent sized flakes and a lot of smaller gold. So what I could count without my glasses on was at least a dozen specks. So, but here's the difference. So let me grab my shovel. So similar type material, but these rocks are actually packed. To where this other pit over here, like I mentioned, and I didn't want to bury this yet, similar type material that decomposing garnet and stuff, but the rocks were not like packed hard. Plus, the rocks that I did get in my classifier, there was a lot more rocks. And rocks, as we know, is actually what traps the gold and everything. So, so I think I found it. And also, That was just the top layer that I dug. All I did is pull that rock and flip it over. So that's just the top layer, and truthfully going down about a foot or so, foot and a half, probably going to be even better. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just expand the panner's pit. I've already been panning for over 2 hours now, and I've dug about a dozen test holes, and I'm finding, you know, a lot of them I'm not even keeping because there'll be like one little micro dot in it, and I just dump it out, donate it back. But I got to start running something here. Well, I don't have to, but I want to. And looking at the ground, you know, like I say, that was the panner's pit up here, and remember it turned all just sand, like 2 feet down, and there was that ledge. So what I did is I'm just gonna work this way. There's this bigger rock here, but I'm just gonna work this way and see what we get. Yeah. Yeah. At least we'll do a good test. I'm thinking about a 5 or 6 bucket test, and I'll be able to tell in the pan if there's decent gold in there, or going to be decent gold in there. But I've been fooled before. So most important thing is it's so peaceful and quiet. Now, you know, up on the road, people do pull their rafts. They come rafting down the river, and they do pull their rafts and kayaks and stuff out up here. So we might see them. But they park their cars here, and then they drive back up there and launch. But yeah, I'll decide. I don't know. I might even run a bucket because I already mixed it up over there. I don't know. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and set things up and get to finding that nug. Gold Rush 22. Okay. The breeze went away, so it's really muggy, but I got 2 buckets in the classified buckets in the concrete tub, and then 2 more. The Mighty Keen wash plant set up. I had to bring a different tub because the other one was cracked. I have it kind of set to where the silt will go out that side, and then that way it has a little more time so I don't pump up the silt. And of course I'll have to keep dumping the buckets. But here's the hole. My tailings. Moved all those rock there out, as well as some of these. But you can see the material. You know, so I'm into another packed in layer of rock here. But it looks like good stuff. Won't know until we run it though. But I need a small break. And get me some H2O. So we'll go ahead and get this run and find that nug. Gold Rush 22. See any good sights? Any eagles? There was an osprey that just flew upriver about a half hour ago. You didn't see that either? What are you guys doing to scare him away? Howdy, hey. Okay, I ran those 4 buckets and just finished the clean out. And had, you know, those raptors came and they wanted to see some gold, so I took time and did a pan for them and everything. But anyway, I got all the excess lights off this, and I already have gold right there. That's on the top right there. So let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. So little specks are showing up. I'm still, again, this is all black sand except for a few rocks. Trying to do this quick for you. Ooh, I just washed down a good one there. Because ooh, that's a nug. So, oh, there we go. Now the microdots, I call them stars, start coming down when I'm doing this. Goodness gracious. Well, that's a nice one. Ooh. It's always fun to do this part of it and just look at it and just to get a taste of what you're going to see. There's some nice sized flakes though as far as for this area. I'm happy like flakes like that compared to micro dots and the medium flake there. Just a second, I gotta adjust. My fingers are getting tired because it's so heavy. Come on. So some more micro dots coming down. Another nice flake up there. So again, a lot of really small flakes, but there's a few bigger ones. Goodness, my wrist is getting tired now. Come on. There's another nice size flake. Oh, help if I don't dump the water in my crotch. Now, anywho, I can't even get that stuff to move. I'm swirling so fast. Oh, so anyway, we had a nice breeze there when I was feeding it. And as you can see, the sun's starting to come out, but it's already over the trees, so it won't get too hot. It's supposed to get warm again tomorrow. But, what time is it? Oh, goodness. That 2 hours of chest panning really ate into my day. But, you know, I already got the hole started. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a couple more buckets, at least. But first I need to get a little bit hydrated, and I think it's even time to have me a Blue Mountain. So that actually looks pretty good. Very similar to last time. Same, you know, the larger flakes all the way down to the tiny, tiny flight group microdots. So, yeah, it's just a casual, fun day. I'm enjoying myself. And those rafters, you know, they always do when they see me out here. They want to know what I'm doing, so they come over, and there's kids and stuff. So, you know, they're not from here, so I just kind of showed them, and you know, the kid was just amazed. You know, he was like, "Oh my God," you know. But the parents were really grateful for that, and I appreciate that. So they've never seen it before. Let's just say that. So, and I got to show them a nug. All right, let me take my break, and we'll get back to it. Gold Rush 22. Howdy, hey. Just an update. I took a lunch break and everything, and again, I'm enjoying myself. So, what I did is expand the hole, and earlier I was talking about how the hole over there didn't have the compressed rocks and stuff, and I've taken out the big ones, well, most of them, but I have to take the pick and bust everything up so it's easier to shovel. But you can see that I'm in some good pay, I believe. That right down here is a huge, that's a huge boulder. Don't know what I'm going to do about that if I get down to it. I am coming back tomorrow, but maybe I'll just work around it and we'll see. But I've got 2 buckets in the tub again and another bucket waiting. I got to get that one filled up, and then we're going to run the last 4 buckets, and then I'm going to call it a day because it's already starting to get late. But it's been a good day. Really burning through the water. I'm glad I brought some snacks so I could eat something. But yeah, let's get to it and find that nug. Gold Rush 22. Howdy. Okay, I just did I ran 4 more buckets and just did the clean out, and I panned off the blondes and everything, just the light sands. So I already saw a couple specks, but let's do this. See if I can do this. There's already gold right there and right there. I haven't even started. Ooh, that was a big one, but I just buried it. There's a piece showing up there. Oh, there's another nice one there. A couple more. Trying to do this fast. God, this sand is just so darn heavy. It's hard to even get any of it to move. There's some more showing up there and there. There we go. Now we're getting to where they're starting to show up. And that's a nug. Come on. Goodness, it just wears your wrist out. I can't believe it. There's like gold all through this. God, even trying to do it fast is difficult. That's a nice one. Well, you got the basic idea. It's just so difficult. You know, that's why I use my gold wheel. I was telling Lise, you know, when she was struggling, I said, you know, you got to do 1 tablespoon at a time. With this heavy sand, you got to do a little bit. But when you have a, you know, that's a, that's a half a cup of black sand or more. So when you're trying to find micro dots in it and stuff, then that ain't gonna happen. So anyway, it was a good day. I stayed plenty hydrated. We got the Panner's pit is opened up again, and it looks like good dirt. I got to put back together my mighty keen wash plant and then get things cleaned up and packed up and start getting out of here, because probably only have a little bit of daylight left. So yeah, more to come. Gold Rush 22.
Howdy. Okay, well, typical me, I did push myself a little bit today. I have what's called degenerative joint disease, which means I have a lot of pain in my legs. And I might have pushed myself just a smidgen too far, but I'm not going to be deterred. So anyway, it was a fun day. Those rafters that I showed those kids were so excited. I guarantee you that their parents are going to have to buy them gold pants, and that it's just the way it is. It's contagious, and I was happy to do it. But yeah, it's I got Lise, she just messaged me on my phone, and she said she's going tomorrow. I got back pretty late. It was almost 8 o'clock, and so no cleanup today, which I already knew. But it's still my holiday weekend, so I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow and everything. So we will continue this. This is episode 1. But I want to say, I'm up to 110. Holy crap. Subscribers. So I want to thank you. All my new subscribers. I want to thank you. And my existing. So I'm very tired. I'm getting old. God, it sucks getting old. But I had a lot of fun today. It's that's why I love that spot. It's so close. You can bring a chair and just relax. But don't think prospecting isn't work. 'Cause you still got to dig. You still got to move rock. My back is killing me right now. People who think test panning is simple, it's not. You're bent over and your back is just aching by the time. And I went 2 hours of test panning. You almost get to a point where you're just like, F it. I don't care. I'm just digging here. But I'm disciplined enough to know that, I found a good spot. I expanded the Panner's pit, and I think we got some good gold. But we're not gonna be able to find out until I actually do a cleanup. And I contemplated doing a cleanup tonight, but I'm just too tired. And honestly, my back and my legs hurt. And so we will have to continue this tomorrow. Gold Rush 22.